Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. We are exploring the forest around Elvandar before we actually head to that city, where I have it on good authority. The chapter will end. And by good authority, I mean that I've confirmed it. Got some corpses around here. Was there anything left on any of these guys that I wanted? I don't think so. I think we got everything. Yeah. Alright. Am I on my appropriate things? I am. Good. I've got a... Where are you? I saw you. There we go. Let's climb this rope. And we wasted our energy. Preoccupation had dulled his senses. Aware as if someone had thrown water over him during a pleasant dream, Owen grabbed Gorath's shoulder. Don't move. There's something very not right about the ground before us. And it would have to be, oh my god. Why is it dark, too? Why have I let this be dark? Alright, so where can we go? Obviously we're going to need to use two of these to block these things, but I also need to destroy one of these. Because I think I need to go through and around this way, so... Let's go there. Good. Ah! Okay, that was a bit of a surprise there. Okay, go there. Let's go ahead and just have you wait a moment. Does that take care of that one? That does. So that one is actually safe. Go ahead and push that there. Wait a moment. Okay. Push that there. Just so that it's not in the way. Give me a moment. Let's move you back there. There we go. Just so that I have a clear path. There we go. Alright, Gorath. Go ahead and get us out. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and rest for the night then. So that it is bright and happy and pleasant. Alright. Was that the... No, there's actually a rope here as well. Nope, nothing there. Should be a tree stump. Yep, there we go. And a clerical oilcloth. I will take that. Is your weapon... Yeah, it's currently affected by that stuff. Back onto the path. And onward we go. Let's go ahead and save it real fast. Another rope, and it's just a waste of time. Okay, hello. Mordel Warrior. Let's go ahead and attack. Their attack was unexpected. And I've got 2 of you to deal with, huh? Then, in that case, Evil Seek. Take you out. There doesn't really seem to be any way to reduce that damage, because it seems pretty fixed. Which is good. I'm happy with that. I'm perfectly happy to handle that. Take you out. Let's go ahead and boop you. Hey, you took him out. Way to go, Owen. And that guy can go down now, too. Alright, real fast. Actually, let's see, because this is not going to merge up, right? No. There we go. Okay, freed up more inventory space. What do you guys have on you? Nothing good. Nothing really good. Fatimore's formula. I don't have the room for it. Maybe I'll start using it. That is the wrong corpse. Grommet. And Luton's Concentrate. Really do not care about that. Alright. There is a stump right out here. With 61 silver. I'll take that. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this money, but... might as well take it, right? Why not? Get you back onto scouting and stealth, and same with you as well. There was trouble ahead. Unable to pinpoint the source of his anxiety immediately, Owen motioned for a halt. Be wary, we may have wandered into a trap. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit more than just a trap. That is a bit more than just a trap. This is going to be painful. Yep, that was painful. Ah, that's... yeah, that's... there. That's dumb. Didn't realize that was there. Get killed. Please go that way, thank you. There we go. Alright. Push that. Actually, step back there. Go ahead and heal up yourself. And that should clear that. Yep. Okay. There we go. We're out. Where is the Moradel corpse? There's a lot of trees here. I would like to find the Moradel corpse game. I'd like to know if there's anything good on him. I don't even know where the wyvern corpses are at this point. Alright, well, let's go ahead and rest. Get a bit of rest there. Okay. All right, so those are the other Moradel that we killed. But what about the ones with the trap? See, there's some yellow on. There's like a yellow pixel on these trees, and it's throwing me off. Just want to know what you have. Why are there so many trees? Jeez, this is dense. You can't even do a normal, like, grid search either. They were not alone. Gorth's pulse quickened as he saw the lone figure approach. But when it became apparent they were not being attacked, he relaxed a bit, squinted slightly in an attempt to see who was about to join them. If you had not slain that wyvern, I am grateful, but I beg you go from this place, cousin, and take with you the evil you have brought. You may not take what you will not have you. You may not take what will not have you. You cannot harm what will not be harmed. You and your people belong among your own. I do not raid with my kin. Grant me passage, Eladel. I have come to look upon the face of the shining moon. The old tongue. I think then your coming will be well received in Elvandar. Tell my mother and war leader Tomas I am well, and I will continue on toward Morlin to meet the Moradel there. Perhaps we can yet put a halt to their raids. What's the shining moon? Is it Elvandar? She, not it, young friend, human friend. Your companion refers to our queen Aglarana. In your tongue, it means something like shining moon. Is the way to Elvandar passable? The attackers directed by the Moradel have made it travel difficult. Fires are burning all across Elvandar, and the spellweavers are hard-pressed to attend to them all. Most roads are impassable, but the western path was clear last I heard of it. Survival. I'm surprised you've been able to survive alone with the Moradel raiding over your borders. How have you escaped? The Moradel can do little harm to the Eladel within Elvandar, and they would be fools to try. It would take remarkable strength of will for a Moradel to enter the forest with any evil intent, and even a more remarkable will for him to survive such an attempt. It is part of the magic that protects our home. What about Gorath? He hasn't had any problems entering the forest. You have not told the boy? My returning is of no consequence to him. He has his own quest to fulfill. Returning? You mean you've been here before? You will understand certain things later should events unfold as I imagine. There is still the matter of your survival to deal with, however. Though our cousin Gorath moves with great grace, you are not so sure-footed. For your part in my rescue, I should like to teach you how to move the elven way. What about Gorath? It is not custom between our kin, but if you wish it, I will teach him what I know of using a crossbow. Come, we cannot be long at this. Alright, I guess I'm just getting some stat boosts without being able to mark anything. Kalen waited. Seated cross-legged on the ground, he watched through half-lidded eyes as Owen approached from a thick copse of trees. Although he still moved with little grace, he had made remarkable improvement in a short time. Do I move like an elf now? Owen asked, a look of eager anticipation written on his face. I wouldn't try to sneak up on the war leader as yet, but yes, you have learned a bit, the elf replied. Why don't you go around and try it again? You were still rustling the leaves as you approached. Once the boy was gone, Kalen shifted his gaze to study Gorath's progress with the crossbow. Though it was readily apparent the Moradel was capable of doing great damage with the weapon, his concentration was elsewhere. I am told the call can be painful if one is uncertain of their feelings. You need not endure the pain. We will welcome you no matter who or what you might have been to us in the past. Gorath nodded without looking at the elf, his gaze fixed straight ahead as he resighted his crossbow with trembling hands and fired into the undergrowth. Hey! Owen shouted in the distance. Crashing back through the brush, he re-entered the clearing. Could you be a little more careful where you're firing that thing? That last shot came far too close to me. Rising to his feet, Kalen shook his head. Then it is time the lessons came to an end. Let's go ahead and ask about, the wyverns. How have you been holding off the wyverns? I would have thought this many of them could have burned Alvandar to the ground. Fortunately, the spells the Moradel have been using to control them aren't too strong or too complicated. Even with what little knowledge I have about magic, Tathar managed to teach me a cantrip that will turn them away. Sounds like it might come in useful. If you have time, do you think you could teach it to me? You can have the scroll I studied. I don't think I will need it any longer, though I warn you, you'll need to find one of those beasts' eggs each time you cast a spell. Tathar tried to explain the principle to me, but I had trouble following the complexities of it. And what about Alvandar? What way will take us the most quickly to Alvandar? If it were merely a matter of which way would take the least distance, then I would suggest you take the northern bridge, but I understand from my scouts that wyverns have been sighted in heavy numbers near there. It would be far less dangerous to travel to the western bridge and there cross through the sleeping glades, though you may have some difficulties dealing with them. From there, bear directly north until you reach Greyhorn. You'll find an entrance to a subterranean ancient ruin there. Once you emerge from it, you will be very near the heart of Elvandar itself. Ancient ruin? One nice thing about traveling underground, at least there is less chance of something dropping down on us from above. I mean, other than like a piercer or something. With all these wyverns flying about, I half expect one to come flapping out of nowhere any time I turn my head. You may not find you are quite so enthusiastic about the ancient ruin once you pass through it. We do not use it much. Please tell me it isn't infested with a Braknur or something equally repulsive. Infested, an interesting description, but not in the way you may think. None of the elven blood may easily walk its corridors without some measure of dread. It is of the Valheru, then. The war leader assures us none of their ancient essence may touch us here, but the malevolence that permeates this place cannot be so easily dismissed. We have not been so foolish, however, to leave it open to any that wish simply to enter it. There is too great a danger, and something there has been unfound that is beyond our control. Only a few of the elves have a key that will unlock its doors. How are we going to get in, then? I will give Gorath the key I carry. That is all that is required. As simple as that? There is nothing simple about it. The force of will that it has taken for Gorath to have come even this close to Elvandar is monumental. Unless his reason for being here was of the utmost importance, he would have fled this forest long ago. I trust him. What is this about the Sleeping Glades? You said we might encounter some difficulty with the Sleeping Glades? It is one of Elvandar's natural defenses. Those who enter them suddenly find themselves quite drowsy and will sleep for days on end. Many die in their sleep from lack of nourishment. Effective, if non-selective. I assume there is a way they may be crossed. It wouldn't be practical to live in a house for which there is no door. Though the sizes of the glades are variable, when you approach them, you'll experience a slight feeling of disorientation. There is, however, a little-known path that can carry you safely through them. The glades run parallel to a mountain range, southwest of here, north of the river's fork. They are difficult to cross, but you may circumnavigate them. If you head to the fork of the river, then stay close to the mountains to the north, you should be untroubled by the glades. Alright. Party's abilities have increased. So, crossbow has gone up, and stealth has gone up. I'm not going to complain, even if I didn't get them marked, but whatever. else around here? Is there like a... Yeah, there's well. There's a rope. Like a braided white snake, the rope slithered upward and into the trees. Grabbing the rope by both hands, Owen pulled himself up. Goreth followed close behind. At the top of the tree, they found a small house with a strange elven-looking sign on the front. "A shop, young Owen. Shall we enter?" "Sure." A tall elf named Delkinod greeted them at the door and showed them inside. "Our leader Tomas has visited my shop many times," he boasted as he brought out his items for sale. Elven crossbow. I got some silverthorn anti-venom and regular silverthorn. And restoratives. Is there anything that I want to sell? Alright, so thy master's will. Do I have that? Almost kind of felt like I did. No, I guess not. Anything that I want to do? Let's see. You've got 24 of those. 24, 17. I didn't actually mean to sell them. It would be a little bit too many, although getting more would probably be a good thing. Otherwise, I don't really have anything to sell. Or buy or anything like that. Nah, I guess we're good. Let's go ahead and camp. So it's bright out. I would still like to find this, corpse I left about here. Try to, like, grid pattern this slightly. Now, let me get all the way over here. I don't think they will show up on, like, the container thing, because I think those are only fixed containers. It's just so dense that you can't see anything. I'm not even sure if I could click on it if I did find it. And I basically spent the whole day here. Alright. Well, I guess I will not worry about what that guy had. Rest again. There's a tent here. Let's go ahead and save. As Owen approached the tent, he heard a gruff voice yell, "Who goes there?" "Owen Belafort and Thorgoth of the Elves," called Owen. The tent flap swung open. I guess that wasn't an error. That was a false name that I don't remember, but that we decided that was his name, but whatever. The tent flap swung open, and a large man joined them in the clearing. He introduced himself as Blake Puget, a former scout for King Liam in Rillanon. "What brings you all the way out here?" Owen wondered. "I was treasure hunting in the Cadal when I heard news the Moradel were advancing in Elvandar. The elves are paying me a pretty penny to help keep the dark bastards out." He eyed Goreth suspiciously, then continued. "I haven't had too much trouble yet, but the blasted wyverns have kept me on my toes." He laughed a deep, booming laugh, then fetched them some fresh water for their pouches. They thanked him for his hospitality and then left. Okay. Got a couple more tents. The small military-style tent appeared to be empty. Tracks in the dirt nearby indicated possible scuffle had occurred, and judging by the looks of them, Owen was pretty sure he didn't want to stick around too long. "Should we go inside and have a look around, my young friend?" asked Gorath. "Sure." Gorath approached the small tent cautiously. He stopped near the front flap and stood perfectly still. "Are we just going to stand out here? Let's go in," Owen said impatiently. He pushed past Gorath and reached for the tent flap, pulling it aside. The light of 1,000 suns exploded around them, kicking, turning, knocking them from their feet in a rush of magical wind and fire. Ow. 250 gold, and nothing that's really worth taking. Ouch. Ouch. You dink. Alright. Honestly, to a certain extent, since I've got 2 stacks, I should probably just give 1 stack to each person, but I don't know. Let's go ahead and camp here. Camp until healed. There we go. And what do we have in here? Let's bookmark. Owen pulled back a tent flap. "The place is abandoned," Gorath said, looking around. "But maybe the occupants left something behind we can use. Let's have a look." Spoiled rations and a ruby. We'll go ahead and sell that. And I believe that's just about everything that is on this side of the river. Alright, so let's go ahead and follow the road back down this way. There you go. 75 sovereigns, 4 royals. Sounds pretty good. I don't think there's anything else that I want to sell. Alright, let's go to the other bridge. Make our way over there. And we need to rest. Did I... Yeah, I took care of the wyverns that were on this side. Alright, well, we'll cross the bridge and see what the other side of the river holds for us next time. See you then, everyone.